everyone, it's Thumper the Rabid Rabbit, and back to do a little follow-up on my staging branch review I did earlier. Doing a little practical demonstration of some of these lights here. You can see I got some of the siren lights, the beacon lights, and some of the blue flashers out here. Interesting thing, you'll note that since the power starts from the left to the right here, the beacons are kind of sequential, not all spinning at the same time, because they lit up almost at the same time, but in order. The blue lights seem to flash on their own, but check out the rendering distance on these. See how they don't quite appear until you get close enough to them? The light always flashes even at a great distance, but the little blue flasher model itself doesn't exist until you get really close, which isn't true with the rotating beacons there. You can see their model exists pretty far away, but not the blue flashers. But both of their light outputs exist for a really long draw distance. They don't render quite as close when you're approaching them, but when you start right next to them like this and zoom out, they continue to render for a very long time. I mean, you can almost see the whole island here. You can still see the red and blue flash. I'll record a different example of this in a moment to show you that they don't render when you're approaching them quite as close. But yeah, there you go. See, now you can see them again. If I were just turning these on, then you'd have to be a lot closer to see them, just the way I think the Unity engine is designed, or maybe the way they've optimized these to render. If you're really far away when you turn them on, you won't see them, but if you're standing nearby, they'll continue to exist for a long time as you get further away. So here's an example of where I changed this up a little bit. I took the HBFB, the new proximity receiver, and put it over here and hooked it up to an RF transmitter that not only lights these up down here, but also a couple of remote towers up on the hillsides there. So there's some red beacons up there, along with a couple of blue flashers that are pretty hard to see from this distance, but they're there. But you can see we got red and blue flashing down here. And then we've got those towers up on the hill. I got too far away from the proximity sensor, so just use my remote control here. And I can turn those back on again. Remote control lighting. You can see when you're using the HF transmitter and receiver combination, you can actually trigger off a number of different locations around here that don't have to be connected together physically in any way anymore. So that's a pretty cool application of those. And the RF transmitter, best I can tell, goes pretty much the whole map. Even though you can't see the lights rendering from too far away, the transmitter still works from a great distance. So here, I'm going to show you a different example of this. I built a tower way over by one of the monuments here, just up the valley. And you can't see it lighting up right now, but it's there. And so I got it on a timer, and I'm going to trigger off the timer, and then I'm going to fly as quickly as I can up to the monument to show you the tower. And what you're going to notice here is, because we're so far away when this triggers, we are not going to see the lights on. I'm fairly certain anybody who is standing up here or close enough to this when it triggered would see the lights. It's just that the optimization of the engine means we can't see the lights on this tower. But you see the lamp there? That's the receiver. It is on. And you'll see it turn off here as soon as that timer expires down there. But I'm pretty sure if you were standing here when it activated, you would see these lights. It's just that if you're too far away, the engine doesn't anticipate that you could get here that quickly, unless you were flying, of course, like I just did. So without no clip, I don't think you can beat the rendering to the destination like that. So pretty sure you can use these remotes to turn on lights all over the map, and you would see them anywhere as long as you were close to those lights when they are activated. Here I'm using the remote control to just trigger these. You can see I had to get pretty close before I could see them trigger, but I can zoom a lot further away and still see them. I can't see them this far away if I trigger them now, but there's that tower, but see, I can't see those. I know they're triggering, but I'm too far away for the engine to want to render them for me because it thinks, well, you're too far to see these. So I can just keep clicking it as I get closer here, and there they all are. And again, I can back off and they will stay rendered for a distance, but I'm sure the optimization says, hey, fool, don't do that. Don't render them that far out. Don't need them that far. So there you go, remote triggering of lights through the RF transmitter and receiver. That can be awesome for warning lights and remote warning systems, remote beacons, or just freaking people out. So one other thing, somebody asked me about my 1x1 concept I was talking about. This is a box full of guns. It's got a solar panel, a little battery backup, and all that power is hooked up through this RF receiver. And I've got my transmitter and receiver here on the same frequency now, 6969, of course, because I'm a child. And then inside the box of guns here, all those branches are splitting the output power from the receiver onto the 4 door controllers that control the 4 garage doors here. And, well, this is boring. I need to turn these guns on because, I mean, we need lasers. This isn't any fun if the guns aren't on and there's not laser beams, right? So let's turn these on. All right. Oh, you little... Okay. Anyway, you can see, hit the button, doors open, let off the button, and the doors will close. Got to get this one on. You little brat. Come on, there you go. All right. So the doors will stay open as long as I have the button pressed. Why did I make a box full of guns that is remote controlled? Because people who know about electricity will come up there looking for lasers, looking for pressure pads, and now they're going to be looking for the HBFB. But if they don't see that anywhere on this base, they're going to think, oh, well, this is some sort of trap or something. I don't know what it is. Let me go check it out. But if you're standing up here on the hill and you see that idiot wander up going, oh, there's no remote trigger, or there's no triggers anywhere on this to set this off. I'm not going to trip anything. They don't know you're hiding up here with the trigger. And kablamo. And hurrah, that's fun. Sucker, you died. Yay. So that's the concept. So there's some of the new toys you can play with that hopefully will be coming out on Thursday. So good luck and don't suck.